Hey guys, it's David from Trail Adventures TV, and on today's episode, we're going to install the MagnaFlow Rock Crawler exhaust for the 2020 and present Jeep Gladiator. Now, the reason we chose MagnaFlow exhaust is because they actually tune their exhaust based on the environment and the use that it'll be put through. Now, the reason we went with the Rock Crawler exhaust is because it's going to give us more of the torque in the areas of the power band where we're going to need it most. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great install. It only requires a few minor tools, no welding involved, so this is something all of you can handle. Now we're going to do some microphone tests on a cold start, both in the stock configuration and with the MagnaFlow exhaust. We're going to do some drive-bys at about 40 to 50 miles an hour, and we're also going to do some idling tests. This way you can make a purchase decision based on your knowledge that you gain from this video, so stay tuned. For the next part of the installation, you're going to need the MagnaFlow components. And there are 3 components. Along with the clamps, you're going to require a 15 millimeter socket, a 13 millimeter socket for the stock exhaust, and a pry bar to help get all of the rubber isolators off of the welded hangers. Now, MagnaFlow does provide a warning stating that this exhaust may throw codes, and you should have a diagnostic tool as well as the ability to reset codes if need be. Overall, though, we're going to give this a shot right now. Make sure that your exhaust is cooled down before starting the installation. Okay, so you can see here in Jeep's infinite wisdom, they actually put the head of the bolt at the top near the floorboard instead of at the bottom, so it's not as easy to remove. But setting up your socket, 13 millimeter without an extension, and you should be able to work it from the back side of the exhaust nearest the transfer case, you should be able to get it off with no problem. Okay, now once you've disassembled the collar, you can move to the retainer and remove the muffler system from the isolators. So I'm opting instead of removing the entire tire, I'm just going to take off 2 13 millimeter nuts. That hold on the hanger. A little less hassle for me. And that's that. All right, on to the back hanger. So for the rear hanger, all I did was remove the hanger assembly with the 2 13 millimeters. That seemed to be easier. Just spin it down and out of the way, and then you can remove it off of the welded hanger. Then you want to slide the exhaust as far forward as possible so that you can get to the rear hanger assembly. Now this one looks like we're still about a ½ inch short from it actually sliding forward, and the exhaust at the front is hitting the transfer case, so that's prohibiting any more movement. So it's best just to remove this hanger as well with a 13 millimeter. Okay guys, so the exhaust does not come out simply by removing the hangers, and you can't finagle it out, right? So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get a grinder. So I have my cutoff wheel here. So it's important whenever you're working with a grinder, make sure that you have a face shield on and goggles. Now head to the back of the truck and cut off the exhaust at the transition of the exit pipe. Okay guys, so once you get your old factory exhaust out, the next component to go in is the MagnaFlow muffler. And I'm choosing to leave mine wrapped for now. Just if you do the same thing, obviously, don't forget to take it off before running the vehicle. Okay guys, so next step is to reapply the exhaust hanger to the frame of the Gladiator. Make sure that you have your bands and a 15 millimeter socket. Also, make sure that the pipe is fully embedded here, but don't tighten it all the way. You can just set it up for now. Now you can move to the back and reinstall the mid hanger, and then offer up the last piece of pipe with the coupling. You should be almost done. Okay, now that you have all of your hangers installed, check the orientation of your downpipe. Make sure there's nothing interfering along the entire length of the exhaust, and then you're ready to start tightening up your bands. This requires a 15 millimeter, and once that's tightened, we can go ahead and remove the protective coating around that shiny polished muffler. Okay, once you have the rear portion of the exhaust installed, into the coupling. Then you can go ahead and install the hangers. Pro tip, don't install the hangers until you have them all fitted together. Otherwise, you're just going to fight putting it back together. But no, didn't have to remove the rear tire, spare tire. Now, I can't tell you if it would have been easier or not, but just to remove those 6 bolts for those hangers seemed to be easy enough for me since I don't have a lift. Overall, though, we're just about there. It's like Christmas, boys. And that's why you leave the wrapping on. At least I do. I don't like to have that all damaged. It's going to get scratched up as it is on the trail, but at least after installation, I want it to still look new. Overall, nice and sturdy. Let's see how she sounds. Okay guys, so we're set up with the camera about 18 to 20 inches away from the exhaust, and the microphone is stationed 24 inches away from the exhaust. We hope that this does the best at recording the sound of a cold start with the stock exhaust. One more time. Now for the idle, and 1 rev. Okay guys, so initial thoughts. So it's not noticeably louder or like super noticeable performance or anything like that. Currently there's no codes flashing on the dash, which is a good thing. And now let's go do a couple of mic checks, mic tests, and let you guys decide how it sounds. Okay, so I thought now we just get a sound from inside the vehicle, and so this way you guys can hear if there's any drone or any noise that you're not happy with. And it seems like just under normal acceleration, not a big noticeable difference. But I will tell you this, at about 38 to 4,000 RPM, there is a noticeable difference. So when we get up here on the main road, I'll let you hear that. But I don't think it's a bad sound, to be honest with you. It sounds like a performance exhaust, and that's exactly what I paid for. All right, here we go. doesn't stay with that same tone throughout the entire power band, which is good because that would get annoying. But at 4,000 RPMs, like I said, it doesn't sound bad. It's probably for about 4 or 5 seconds as you're accelerating up past 4,000 RPMs. But I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised with this exhaust. Now, let's head back to the garage for some final thoughts. Okay guys, so what are my final thoughts on the MagnaFlow Rock Crawler exhaust for the 2020 Jeep Gladiator? Well, I think the install's pretty straightforward. I would probably give it a scale of 1 to 5, 5 wrenches being difficult, 1 wrench being easy. I'd probably say it's a 3, and the only reason is because you have to have a grinder, a cut-off wheel, and have to cut out the old exhaust. But if you're comfortable doing that, then this is pretty easy. Overall installation time should take you about an hour. It took me about 2 hours, but that's because of filming. Overall though, I do like the sound, and hopefully we'll get some more performance out of this, but the only way to see how the Rock Crawler exhaust performs is out on the rocks, and that one, you're gonna have to wait for the next trail adventure. We'll see you on the next one. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.